Was there more to the Jussie Smollett story than reaches the eye? Watch this whole video and decide for yourself, but first, check out Jussie freaking out at his sentencing.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay.
He even threw up a fist on his way out.
And I'm innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Actor Jussie Smollett, one-time star of the TV drama Empire, will be sentenced in Chicago for staging a hate crime against himself in what prosecutors said was a bid to gain sympathy and boost his career. 30 months probation, 150 days in jail, $120,000 in restitution, and fined $25,000. God bless Jussie. Suicide is no joke, but he sounds like an absolute sociopath psychopath. And I want to show a clip of what the judge said to him, but first, let's talk about how politicians and the media pushed this hoax from the very beginning. Kamala Harris said, Jussie Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I know. I'm going to pray for his quick recovery. This was an attempted modern-day lynching. No one should have to fear for their life because of their sexuality or color of their skin. We must confront this hate. And what's weird is she said that on January 29th, 2019, and in just a few short weeks, the Senate passes bill amid reinvigorated effort to make lynching a federal hate crime. A pair of presidential hopefuls joined forces on Thursday as part of a rejuvenated effort to make lynching a federal hate crime. So she's using this lynching as a political prop to pass some sort of federal lynching bill. Of course, lynching someone is already illegal in all of the states, but the masses don't pay attention. They hear lynching and think, oh my gosh, yeah, of course we got to make this illegal, like as if it's not already illegal. We'll get to that later. Thomas Massie explains it pretty well. But was it a coincidence that Kamala Harris was pushing this hate hoax as she was trying to push federal lynching legislation? Something seemed a little bit suspicious then, and it does now too, especially because Kamala and Jussie seem to hang out at
Activist events.
This is from Australian News, Kamala Harris and the Jussie Smollett hate crime hoax. From that article, the two were photographed in January 2018, protesting together at a Kingdom Day parade in Los Angeles, honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King. The senator was one of the first major public figures to come out with a statement about the attack, which she used to promote a stalled and entirely symbolic, they said, anti-lynching bill she had co-authored with Cory Booker and Tim Scott. So with the back of this fake hate hoax that Jussie Smollett pushed, they got this bill moving. Now, most people agree with this bill because it sounds terrible. Who would support lynching, right? But once again, just because something has a name on the bill doesn't mean it's doing what you're thinking. So one of the people who opposed it, Thomas Massie, recently explained on Twitter this year why he did. Let's read it. Here are the reasons I voted no on the Anti-Lynching Act last Congress and why I voted no tonight. Number one, the Constitution specifies only a handful of federal crimes and leaves the rest to individual states to prosecute. The bill expands current federal hate crime laws. A crime is a crime and all the victims deserve equal justice. Adding enhanced penalties for hate tends to endanger other liberties such as freedom of speech. Lynching a person is already illegal in every state. Passing this legislation falsely implies that lynching someone does not already constitute criminal activity. The bill creates another federal crime of conspiracy, which I'm concerned could be enforced over broadly on people who are not perpetrators of a crime. But of course, people are too stupid to understand what he's saying, so they're just like, oh, the only person in the nation to support legal lynching. Oh, nice, Kentucky. He doesn't support lynching. It's already illegal. He thinks it should be illegal, but he's suspicious about the federal government, which is big government for the nation, using this wording and using this bill to use it against freedom of speech or overstep in other categories that have nothing to do with lynching. And I agree with what Thomas Massie said about a hate crime. I believe a crime is a crime. Violence against any ethnicity, whether it be black, white, Asian, Hispanic, religion, etc. Any sort of violent crime is horrific. But they're using hate crime just like they used COVID-19 lockdowns, just like they're now using this Russia crisis to push forward an agenda that is restricting freedom and liberty in this country for all people, and the only equality that we'll all have soon could be equality in slavery, serfdom, and poverty if we can't figure out how to get these prices down. What do you think? Was this just a random hate hoax that Jussie Smollett did for attention, or was it something more nefarious to push an agenda? Let's listen what the judge said. I saw this clip and thought it was pretty good.
So why did this happen? That's a good question. I think that's the question on everybody's mind. There's some conjecture he did it for the money. frankly, I do not believe that you did it for the money. You were making, the evidence showed, close to $2 million a year when this happened. I don't think money motivated you at all. But the only thing I can find is that you really craved the attention and you wanted to get the attention and you were so invested in issues of social justice and you knew that this was a sore spot for everybody in this country. You knew this was a country that was slowly trying to heal past injustices and current injustices and trying to make a better future for each other. And it was a hard road. And you took some scabs off some healing wounds and you ripped them apart for one reason. You wanted to make yourself more famous. And for a while it worked. Everybody was talking about you. The lights were on you. You were actually throwing a national pity party for yourself. And why would you do such a thing? Why would you, I understand, you crave the attention so much, but why would you betray something like social justice issues, which you care so much about? And the only thing I can conclude is that, and I acknowledge, there are wonderful sides to you. There are very giving and charitable and loving sides to you, but you have another side of you that is profoundly arrogant and selfish and narcissistic. That's the only thing that can be concluded. And that bad side of you came out during the course of all these events.
God bless you. Share this video if you like it. And thank you to everybody supporting by buying a hat at God Bless Hats. My pink hats are almost sold out. The white hats will be sold out soon as well. So if you wanted one, get one now. And thank you to everybody supporting on patreon.com/raretalk. You could check it out below. Subscribe for $5, $10, $15, or $20 a month if you want for a free monthly podcast coming up. And just knowing you're supporting my show in a world where most corporate sponsors don't want to work with me, and the ones that do, I don't want to work with them because I refuse to sell something I don't actually believe in. That's why I've stayed 100% independent and I can't be controlled by major media. I wouldn't allow it. I'd rather give up a lot than give up my soul and my freedom of speech. So thank you to everybody supporting. Sharing this video with a friend is amazing as well. And even just watching it and not sharing it is appreciated. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be back soon.